Hello beautiful star seeds, welcome back to another video on Starseed Academy. My name is Jenny. So today I want to talk with you about automatic writing. What is it? How can it come into your spiritual practice and maybe help you a little bit? And why do it at all? So before we jump in, I just want to remind you to like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, because you're going to get new videos every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. All right, now that that's out of the way. So I did a video about unlocking your psychic gifts, and that was super popular. Everyone really liked that. It was full of tips and tricks. And so of course, you know, your psychic gifts are the clairs, right? So clairvoyance means clear seeing. Clairaudience means clear hearing. Claircognizance means clear knowing. And clairsentience is clear feeling, which is an empath, right? So, and there are others. There's one for scent, and there's one for taste. I don't know the names of those ones, but they're also considered clairs, where suddenly you might smell someone's perfume, like your mother's if she's passed on, or some cigarette smoke or something like that. That's definitely a clair. It's a real thing. And then also taste. Sometimes you could taste metal or something. That can be useful, like when describing to someone, if you're like a medium and you're talking with someone about someone that crossed over, maybe they tasted something before they died, like blood or metal or something. I don't know, something like that. So there are a lot of different clairs. So in channeling, okay, so now we're going to switch over gears, talk about channeling. What is channeling? This is all going to be related. So channeling is taking information, messages from higher beings, higher frequencies, not necessarily beings outside of yourself, but you can channel galactic beings, you can channel angels, archangels, and then you can channel your own higher guidance. Like, you don't have to go outside of yourself to channel. You can channel your highest self, right? Or you can also go right to source. That's also an aspect of you, and channel information directly from source. So channeling is bringing information down from higher frequencies or dimensions and filtering them through your clairs to interpret them. So like for someone like me, I'm very clairaudient. So for me, I mean, channeling is ideal because I can just listen, like they'll just talk and I'll just hear it on this side in my mind's ear. I have a conversation with anyone, almost, I think, right? Like if you're tuning in, then you can talk with your higher self, your team, someone else's team, source, all those things. So why would somebody want to use automatic writing? What is that and how does that fit in? So automatic writing is a form of channeling. It's a form of taking that information and guidance and bringing it down, pulling it down through yourself, and then channeling it. But instead of speaking it out or like typing it, which I guess you could type it, but most people when they're doing automatic writing, they're actually writing with like on a notebook, in a notebook. It's a form of channeling. So this is good. I mean, anybody can use this, but this is really good if somebody's struggling with clairaudience, like they just can't, they're not hearing it or they're not seeing it with their clairvoyance. I guarantee you they're feeling it and knowing it, but we don't always trust the clairsentience and the claircognizance. It's harder to trust because you didn't see or hear it, which you think is proof, even though it's the same, like it's just as powerful. So automatic writing is an alternate to using the clairs that we know of. Maybe it's a clair all on its own. I don't know, clear writing? What would that even be? Does somebody know what writing is in French? Because it's all clair, right? Or I mean, it's all French, like clairaudience, clairvoyance. It's all French words. So clear writing, it's clair, whatever writing is in France. So yes, it's a form of channeling. It's an alternate to your clairs. So you can use it as an add-on, or you can use it if something, if the other ones aren't flowing, maybe you can just go to this one. So how do you do it? So you would prep yourself as if you were about to do a channeling session, because you are. This is channeling. So a very important thing is to set up a protective space for yourself. So the way that I do that is just through visualizing or requesting it of Archangel Michael, or both. You visualize yourself in like a golden or a white or whatever color resonates for you, bubble of protective light. I generally go with a pyramid. I don't know why, that's always just been a golden pyramid. And it just goes over top of me and it kind of spins slightly. And then anything that is not for my highest good cannot come in. And we're just setting up this sacred space. And then you want to ground down into Gaia, which you can visualize by sending your energy down deep into Gaia's core and anchoring there. And then you also want to connect to your higher channel through your crown chakra by sending up the white light to source, so that you're an open channel from source all the way down to the center of the earth. And then you've got that protective bubble around you so that you can open up safely and receive and accept and be a surrendered channel, right? So, and then after you set up the space in this way for your security and protection and to get everything connected, then you want to state your intention. So you can say it out loud, or you can say it, in your mind and in your heart, but you want to state your intention for the session you're about to open up. So you can just, it can be different every time, or you can have something written out that you use every time, but along the lines of, thank you so much to my team, my higher self, to Source, for assisting me and protecting me during this channeling session. Please help me to get the most helpful information for myself or the client, whoever you're doing it for the highest good of all involved, and help everything to connect in the best way that it can for everyone. And I surrender to this process. I trust in this process. Thank you. I love you. Something like that. It doesn't have to be just like that, but anything where you're stating your intention, you're being grateful, you're stating your intention as in it's already been done. Thank you so much for helping me and assisting me, because then they're all helping and assisting you in this channeling session. Then you want the intention to be for the information to come through that's for the highest good of yourself or the client, depending on who it's for, and that it would all resonate and be divinely timed, and that they would be able to absorb the information the best way possible. And then, thank you so much. I trust, I surrender. Here we go. I love you. And then you're into it. So something like that. So that's the prep part. Okay. So now you are connected, and you can, as well as doing the connections and the intention, you can hold on to your favorite crystals if you like. I usually do. Some people like to have plants around them, crystals, candles. Some people also like to have a nice scent going. So you could have your essential oils and your diffuser going, your incense, your sage, whatever you like. Just make it sacred. Prep your space as if you're having a sacred ritual. All of that prep infuses that session with so much power and intention, and that's sometimes what makes the difference, right? So put some time into that, and then it will just become routine for you every time you go to open up a channeling session to do those things. And then just start writing. It's important not to hesitate. Just start writing. Have a large notebook, get your pen ready, and just start writing. You can start with the date, and maybe your intention, and then just go. Don't close up in resistance out of self-doubt or hesitation. Just go for it. Just start writing. What I find really helpful is to not really read what I'm writing. Just let it go. I don't want to connect to it or get attached to it, because that's going to hold it up. It's going to stop it. You're not doing this to read it as you go. You're going to read it at the end. In the moment, you're the flow, you're the channel. Allow it to just pour out of you and come through. something that I find really helpful is as I'm like doing it, like writing it, I kind of try to, first of all, relax. Don't forget to breathe. Lots of deep breaths. And every time you kind of fall out of flow or feel yourself lose it, a couple of deep breaths will center you again, and then just go for it again. And don't hesitate. Pen to paper, start writing. Don't think about it, just start writing. Like, it's really important for you to move through the hesitation about, oh, what should I write? No, it's not. You're not the one writing it, okay? You're just the channel. You're just the tool at this point. You're just get into flow. Another thing that I find helpful, other than obviously like relaxing, you could stretch beforehand. Don't forget to breathe, all of that, is to unfocus my eyes a little bit. I don't know, maybe that sounds weird, but like if I'm looking at my book and I'm writing, I'm not reading every word. I kind of just like unfocus a little bit. Maybe that's a trance-like state. Like I'm still seeing the book in front of me, but I'm not trying to read the words. I'm just unfocused, unattached. I find that really helpful with automatic writing. So you are learning to flow. This is what flow feels like. That's what it feels like for a channel to speak the message. You just kind of have to, the same steps where you relax, you breathe, you continue returning to your breath if you fall out of alignment with it, to keep tuning back in. So if you're like, you have any moment of hesitation, take a few deep breaths, then the flow will start again. And then if you have it happen again, don't feel bad if like a little resistance or hesitation pops in there. A couple of deep breaths, it'll start again. That's normal. And then try to not read the words, not get it, like remain unattached and even unfocus your eyes a little bit and just go for it. Just completely flow. So this is something that you can do for yourself or others. So you could just do this for yourself in your journal. And the more that you practice, the more that you'll get it. And I know that you're going to feel the flow when you're in it, and you're going to feel it when you're out of it. You'll feel it, right? When you're in the flow, it's just going to be like hand flying. You almost can't keep up. And when you're out of the flow, you're going to be like, wait, what did I just write? What should I say next? It's like, nope, stop. Take a few deep breaths and it will start again. So you can do this for yourself to receive guidance from your higher self, from your team, anyone, and set up that protection and that intention at the beginning so that you can trust and surrender and know that everything coming through is for your highest good. And you don't have to worry about that at all. You can just open to it. But yeah, you can receive, unlimited kinds of information from source, from, any galactic being, any council, any angel, once you connect with them. And then if you find someone that you really enjoy connecting with, like for certain things, you'll continue to go back to them. Like say for Archangel Raphael, he's amazing for like personal counsel. So if you have some really good sessions with him on helping you, like therapy sessions almost, and just keep returning to him. And the more that you practice, the more flow you'll experience, and the more you return to certain specific souls, like Archangel Raphael, the more that you will be in flow with them and in tune with them, and it will be even more effortless because you've practiced with that specific person so many times. It's just going to get easier and easier. So I just want to encourage you to try this as an add-on to your clairs, which I know that a lot of you practice, your clairaudience and your clairvoyance and your empath abilities. Remember that I will link up the 2 videos at the end that I'm thinking of that can help you. One for unlocking your psychic gifts, and then one for unlocking an empath trick about reading energy. And you can like read anything, any energy, any person in the room, just for stuff for you to have fun and try. And then this is like another thing that you can do for yourself or for others. Like you can do this for clients or friends or family. It's just about setting up your space properly, speaking your intention, and then surrendering to the flow. And then when you feel yourself falling out of it, a couple of deep breaths to get back into flow. And you just do that as many times as you need to. And then you'll know the message is done when you don't have anything left to write. right? So sometimes they're long, sometimes they're quick. Just depends on the person that you're reading or what you need that day. And then there's one other trick that I wanted to mention to you for getting messages from Spirit. This isn't about automatic writing anymore. This is about books. So if you have a bookshelf, like I do, filled with beautiful books, it doesn't matter what kind of book it is. It can be a high vibing book, it can be, a fiction. It doesn't matter. This works with all books. You can use books as almost like oracle cards in a way. So what you do is if you're needing a message, say you're struggling that day and you really want a message from your team or your highest self, you do the same thing. You set up the space, speak your intention, hold the book with your receiving hand and then your dominant sending hand, and send the energy through. Or alternately, you can also hold it to your heart and send energy into the book this way. As you speak your intention, you're also sending it in. And then, so the intention might be, please reveal to me the message that I need for today. Like, what do I need to hear today? Or can you please tell me something about this specific area of your life? Or if you just want a general message for your highest good, whatever you want, hold the book over your heart or between your hands as you speak that intention in. And then open the book at random to any page. You can flip the pages with your thumb and stop where you feel guided, or you can just, like, it's like cards, right? Like you can shuffle and open to where you're guided, or you can cut the deck, which would be just like choosing a page and opening it up. Try different ways, find what works for you, and then intuitively feeling what page your message is on. I use my hands a lot. Or you'll just know, your eyes will go to it, and then it's going to jump out at you. So it might be one word, it might be a sentence, or it might be a couple of words. So Spirit is going to use what it has available. So if you pick like a book about animals, then, and you open it up and you're like, okay, here's my message, I feel it on this side. It's going to be where your eyes are drawn to, and you also your other clairs might kick in. You might feel a little oomph in your stomach. Like sometimes if I'm reading something that's meant for me, I'll get a little jolt, usually in my stomach, actually, not even in my heart so much. Your body, it's talking to you, so trust that. So that would be clairsentience, feeling. So you can just kind of run your fingers down the page and be like, oh, rainbow, courage, path, new. Oh, okay. Like whatever jumped out to you. Write it down maybe in your journal. But it's just another cool trick to use any book that's available to you. So you've got automatic writing to try. You've got this, I was going to say reading a book, but that's not a trick. Books are meant to be read. But this book trick, what do we want to call this? This intuitive book guidance or message, like just using books to your spiritual advantage in this way. So please let me know in the comment section down below how it goes for you. Regardless of which of these you try, let us know, share your experiences. If you have any tips for people on automatic writing, then please share them, because it's an awesome thing to try. It's a beautiful way to channel, and you'll get some great messages from it. So I look forward to reading that. And please remember to like this video, share this video, subscribe. If you want to work with me, please check out the links in the description box where you can find all of the services. There are so many varied services there to work with me, where you can have healing, breakthrough sessions, guidance, readings, multiple services. So if you're resonating with my energy and you want to work together, please don't hesitate. And then before we go, of course, please remember, listen to your heart. And the quiet voice within. Because you are so much more than the body you are in. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Bye.